This FMC attempt I got a 25, which is pretty decent for me. And so let's walk through it. So I saw there's 8 bad edges on red front. So there's 4 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And I saw that the 4 on the red side could be all oriented with one move, since they're all connected to the red center. So I did an R to do that, which reduced it to 4 bad edges. And then I could just do the rest of the EO by taking this bad edge, putting it here, and then all these 4 are on the orange side, and I can just do an L and get a 3-move EO. And it didn't have any pairs, but there weren't any other great EOs, so I decided to look at this for a while. Then I switched to inverse. And so if we do the EO, then go to the inverse scramble. I didn't really see much like block-wise, but something I noticed I could do is I could do 3 moves. I saw that these 3. Well, after this, I started looking for DR, which is domino reduction, and yeah. So often what you try to do for this is after you do EO on one axis, try to solve some edges on another axis. And so what I did here is I saw that these 3 edges were oriented, and there were 6 bad total in green front. So I know that if I solve, or if I orient 4 of them, then I can reduce it to a good case for DR setup. So I saw that these 3 are already here, and if I get this bad edge, do this to put it here, and then do an F prime. What that does is it leaves me with, it gives me a square, which is really good, and it also leaves me with DR, oh, that voice crack. Okay. It also leaves me with DR minus 2E4C, because there's 2 unoriented edges here, and there's 4 unoriented corners. And so what you can do for this is, let me just solve this cube real quick. And so what you can do for this is you can set up to something like this, where you see these 2 unoriented edges, these 4 unoriented corners, and then solve them. So get DR in 3 moves like that. So here I couldn't really see any like great ways to do it. Here I decided to switch back to the normal scramble. So let's just do that. So I switched back to the normal scramble, and if I go back and show you that case again, you can see that what we want to do is we want to get the corners oriented like this. So you kind of have like headlights here. You have this this corner and edge there, corner there. And I saw when I switched back to the normal scramble, I had that pretty much all already set up. All I had to do was a D2, and I get the same or basically a very similar case here. And so once I did D2, all I had to do were 3 moves here, B prime D2 B, and I had DR. And so after this, so I was able to preserve the square, and so that's obviously really good. And I saw I could like do this, get a pretty big block, and so this DR definitely looked like it had a lot of potential. And so after I did this, I ended up doing this L2 to make this block, and then I saw that this also makes this pair. I can put this into here, and then align this, and I saw this leaves me with a pretty nice skeleton. Since the DR was 10 moves, and I only did 3 more moves, it was 13 to 3E, 3E, 3C. So I have this 3C here, so those 3 corners, which you can solve with the commutator, and then these 2 cycles of 3 edges. And so obviously I didn't just solve them right then and there. I did some insertions, and so I'm gonna go through my skeleton and show you guys my insertions real quick. And so I went into this spot in my skeleton, well, one of the spots in my skeletons, and something I saw I could do is, instead of solving the 2 cycles of 3 edges and the 3-corner cycle all separately, I saw that I could solve 3 of the edges and 3 at the corners simultaneously. So what I saw I could do is I could use this case like right here, which is known as a block com, and it's very similar to a 3C com, but it also cycles these 3 edges. And so it's basically a 3C com but with some wide moves, and I saw I could do the same thing here. And since it has these 3 edges like that, and same case here, and so I saw I could solve them with this alg here, which is just L2 U R2 U prime, and then L2, and then instead of doing what you would normally do for the com U R2 U prime, you instead do D B2 D prime, and that leaves you with 3 edges. And so 13, and then those 8 moves for that block com. Unfortunately, didn't cancel any moves. That's fine. Left me with 21 to 3 edges with DR, which is pretty nice. And then so I put that in, and then I checked insertions nested into that com. And then when I did that, let's go to that spot. I checked this spot in the skeleton, and I saw that we have a 6-move edge case, which is really nice, because for these cases, there's a lot of different ways you can solve them in 6 moves. For example, you can do this. You can do this. And you can also do it like this, these 2. And then similar thing. And so what I decided to do here, I saw if I solved it the first way I showed, doing a D2, R prime L, B2, R L prime, that solves it, and it cancels 2 moves. Because the move in the skeleton before, you'll see this in the description, was D. And then I saw the D2 that started the alg cancels 1 move, and then the alg ended in L prime, which canceled with the L2, which was the other spot, on the other side of the insertion spot. And so a 6 minus 2 moves, 4 moves for the 3 insertion, 21 plus 4 equals 25. And that was my 25 move FMC Fridays. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you were able to learn a lot. Make sure to check out everyone else's FMC Fridays videos. Hopefully this turns into, we're planning on turning this into a weekly series, and hope you all enjoy it. And guys, remember, Chris sucks at FMC. Bye.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39.